Hi, Jamie Lynn. Hi, Kirsten. Give everybody a couple minutes. I bet it might be a light call considering it's Mother's Day. Um, we'll give everybody a minute or two more, and then we'll just get to cracking. Let's see. All right, guys, so let's do it. I was thinking that we might have a light call, and I'm right, but this will be good because it'll get recorded and sent out to everybody. Happy Mother's Day for all of our mothers or anyone called mothers, stepmoms, grandmoms, all the moms in the Fitme family. I hope you have a wonderful day today and feel loved and celebrated. We know how much you do and how much you give, and just want to let you know that we see you. And even when it's not Mother's Day, we know that you are a selfless giver, and I'm glad that we have today to celebrate that. And so I want to remind you guys that next week is the last live version of this Sunday call, and we're going to move to a kickoff message that I will be sending out each week that you will get via the app. And so you'll get a recorded version, video, and an audio version. It's a kickoff message. This should make it very convenient for you to listen whenever suits you best, whether that's during the day on Sunday or first thing Monday morning. And that way it can kind of just meet everyone's scheduling needs. So we kind of took the feedback from everybody and decided that this would be a nice shift. And then there's going to be office hours that I'm going to hold each month. And I'm going to be sending out a survey to get your feedback on that. So you guys can let me know when you would like to see those office hours, because the whole purpose of those will be to have conversations with you about the things that are most relevant to you and your goals, and just have a chance for us to connect, because we won't be doing those on Sundays anymore, to meet everyone's scheduling needs, and then have those during the week. And so I'm going to offer some different times, and I would love to hear your feedback on that. And so then you can let me know what would work best for you, because I would love to have those be something that you could attend regularly. So remember, next week is the last one that we are going to do of a Sunday live Zoom call. And then we're moving to these pre-recorded kickoff calls, which again, I think you'll really like, because it's a pre-recorded message. You can listen to it whenever you need. And I'm going to include some really great stuff in there that I think that we can do when we have things pre-recorded. And so watch for that shift. And I also want to thank you guys too. In full transparency, I have done Sunday coaching calls every Sunday for almost the past 4 years. And so this is not only a scheduling thing that you guys asked for, but something that I think my kids will be kind of happy about, so that we can have a little bit more flexibility on Sunday. So the name of the game is flexibility with these pre-recorded messages. And that's for you guys and for me too. But I wanted to point that out just because I've enjoyed these Sunday calls, and we're going to have those, during the month at different times. And so I don't want that to go away, because I love connecting with you. And so you have to promise to come to the office hours, because I want to see your faces there. So I wanted to dive into the topic for tonight, and I thought I could piggyback off of, I don't know if you guys saw it in the Facebook group or seen it in the emails, but I actually launched a 28-day, if you attended the workshops last week, I launched a 28-day summer close challenge that's going to be going on for the next 28 days. It's really designed for new people, to be honest. It's not really for you guys. You guys have coaches, you have a plan, you've had your map your year, you've got your support system in place. But it never fails that Fitme clients are always like, is this something I should do or I could do? And so I thought I would share the group component, or exactly how I'm laying this out, so that if this is something that you do want to kind of take on with your coach, you guys can talk about this. Because I think the concept of doing a short-term time interval where you're focused on something is a good one. I really like defined time intervals. Like, I'm going to work on this goal for the next, 6 weeks, or I'm going to work on this goal, over the course of the next 21 days or 28 days. Those are just small doable steps, right? Like, as opposed to thinking it's going to take, months and months and months, and I don't know when I'm going to do it. When we define a timeline, we actually tend to be far more proactive. And so I really like that. And that's why we utilize it for new people, because it's very clear. It's like, hey, I want you to do these things for the next 28 days, like not forever. Let's just do 28 days and see how much better you feel. And I really like that. And so I thought I would share with you some of the things that we're doing inside of that 28-day summer close challenge. And again, you can incorporate those with your coach if you want to, or you can just kind of learn how we're doing this and think about maybe there's one piece of this that you would like to incorporate. So inside of the 28-day challenge, there is a group component and an individual component, almost exactly like how we do in Fitme. You have your individual coach, but then you also have group things that you're able to participate in. And so the individual piece, so everybody in the 28-day challenge is having a coaching call to define their nutrition targets. Because at the end of the day, nutrition is more personalized, even when you're working on Fitme plates, how you make that work and how you are able to incorporate nutrition changes in your life is very individual. And so we actually keep that piece individual, just like you do with your coach. You probably have a plan that you're working on every single week, or your metabolism review is very specific to you. That's exactly what's going to happen inside of the challenge. But the group component, I think, is really interesting because we're doing 5 W's. So I've asked everybody to commit to these 5 W's over the next 28 days. And I'm going to share them with you because I think this is the part where you can actually adopt some of these to utilize for yourself, because I love these, and these were based off of what I personally am doing. And I thought, hey, let's make it something we can understand. So the 5 W's that I have everybody in that challenge committing to, and I'm asking you to consider committing to, are: number 1, a daily walking target. So what I suggested to everybody in that group is that they choose a 1-hour walk, which I know is a stretch for a lot of people, but that's the point. It's a challenge. That's my recommended target, is a 1-hour walk. And then I gave people options. If that's too much, then as long as it's challenging, you can pick what works for you. So if that's 45 minutes, if it's 30 minutes, or some people who are already doing an hour, I'm challenging them to do an hour weighted walk. And that's a commitment for every single day for the next 28 days. So that's the first W. The second W that I asked everyone to commit to is water. So you need to drink half your body weight in ounces of water plus 15. When we stay hydrated, especially now that it's getting hot out, we're doing a lot more outside things. We're out there more. We especially need to be proactive about our hydration. So how much water do you need? Half your body weight in ounces plus 15, right? So if we're doing that, then we are drinking our water. Okay. So we've got walking target, a water target, and then a weights target. And so everyone in that 28-day group, I'm challenging to do at least 3 days of weight training. And I brought this up a couple times on our calls the past few weeks. But if we're not strength training, we're really leaving something on the table. And so everyone in that challenge is committing to doing strength training 3 times a week. So we've got a walking target for every single day, a water target for every single day, a weights target for 3 times a week. So lifting some sort of weights, resistance training. And then the last 2 are a little bit different. Everyone is committed to doing 1 wellness target every single day. So something positive for your wellness. Maybe that's going to bed a little early. Maybe that's doing something to manage your stress. Maybe that's remembering to take your vitamins. Maybe it is getting some vitamin D and like laying out in the sun intentionally, like in a good way, not to get scorched, but so that you can take care of your body. Maybe it's doing something recovery oriented. So something wellness oriented every single day is a part of that challenge. And then the last day is to pick, or the last W of the 5 W's is to pick 1 win. 1 win every single day. Because when we're challenging ourselves for a short time interval, so say again, 28 days, all of those 20 days are not going to go perfect. So we can create a new habit of searching for like the positives of the day. And as we're focusing on our process, and again, like those are pieces of the process for everyone, those components, we are going to need to search for opportunities where we were successful. And we can say, yep, look what I did. I was successful there, because then we start to build confidence and momentum, and it starts to make those commitments easier. It's just like if somebody was picking at you and constantly finding the negative, it works the exact opposite. If somebody's constantly picking, well, it's going to make it harder. Everything you do, you're going to second guess. Everything you're going to do, you think, well, should I do that? But when you start to focus on wins, it's the exact opposite. You start to feel more sure. You start to believe that you can do it. And that belief and that assurance translates into more positive action. And so again, I thought it would be neat to share with you guys what it is that I'm introducing to people in that 28-day challenge so that you could incorporate some piece of it. You can take all those W's and commit to doing those with your coach. Or you could just take one piece. Because at the end of the day, these are the kind of key components that I feel like create a really good baseline for people. But at the end of the day, create results, right? So it's not just like, yes, these are 100% healthy habits that you can do. And when we focus on the process of these, things start to change. So if you start walking every day and you haven't been walking, you're going to notice changes. If you start drinking water and you haven't been drinking water, you're going to start noticing changes. If you start lifting weights and you haven't been lifting weights, you're going to start noticing changes. Like, you see the point, like these things pay off big time. If you start doing one thing for your wellness every single day, then you're going to start seeing like changes, right? You're going to start moving the needle forward. And if you focus on one win every single day and celebrate it, your mind starts to shift. And so we're covering everything with these 5 W's. And I thought that maybe you could pick one or all of them to incorporate in your next 28 days. Or you can do all of them. Do them with me. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm walking for an hour every day. I'm focusing on my water. I'm doing my weight training. I'm personally tracking my food as my nutrition target. But you can do what you and your coach have decided on. And then again, what are some wellness things? Well, I mean, I think even like booking a annual exam if you haven't had one, that's like something for your wellness. Going to the dentist if you haven't been in a long time, that's something for your I mean, like, I'm talking about anything that you're doing proactively to better take care of yourself is like in that wellness category. But I love the recovery, the sleep, the stress management, all of those things. And so that is the target for the week, is to take one of those W's, one or all of them, and incorporate them into what you've got going on for the next 28 days. And I'd love to hear from you guys. If you have questions or you want to talk about this at all, we can use the next couple of minutes to chat. Or if you're good, then you've got your target for the week/month. Anybody have any thoughts or questions? Thanks for being here. I know it's Mother's Day and we're missing probably like 3/4 of the people who are normally on the call. Cool, guys. Well, if there's no questions, that is that's your target, your homework for the week. I'd love to hear if you are going to utilize any of these. So definitely let me know. Shoot me tag me on Instagram or tag me on Facebook. I mean, you can post in the Facebook group if you're focused on one of these, and then use that group for accountability every single day. So say like, for the next 28 days, I'm focused on doing my 1-hour walk, post that in there, and that's going to help other people too. So I would encourage you to do that with your coach, but also share in the Facebook group if you choose one of these W's to focus on. All right, guys. Well, happy Mother's Day. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Please reach out if you need anything. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.